and good evening. Welcome to the Deltahead stream. I am James Howell, and tonight we are on part 6 of Resident Evil Village, Village of Shadows Run. Last time we finished up House Beneviento, and this time we are going to start the approach to Moreau's sort of windmill territory, and we have many large wolves to stealth through. So we'll see how that goes and see how long that takes us to figure out the optimal strategy. If it is simply a matter of playing the game as it appears, or if you have to galaxy brain it and find some third way, which is always a pleasure to discover. But yeah, so quick pregame show here. What have I been doing? I've been reading this past week. Continuing on with Never Let Me Go. I'm about halfway through this. This is continues to be a solid story, and it's sort of that sci-fi speculative fiction, but it's also got a little bit of a mystery touch to it, because you kind of the revelations keep coming, sort of expanding your understanding of this world and the weirdness that is behind it, and you always have a feeling there's one more sinister turn just beyond your sight. I think one of the things that helps that is the way the protagonist talks. She's sort of relaying things through memory, and it's kind of in a way that like a good friend is telling you a story about something that happened prior to your knowledge of each other, and they let you know that there's more to tell. It's the thing is like in relating a story, you relate that there's more to tell, and teasing those revelations, that information to be shared. And that's sort of the way the rhetorical mode. Oh, hello, hummingbird. Goodbye, hummingbird. The way the rhetorical the rhetoric style. The style is to continually tease there's more information coming, and it's done in a way that feels conversational rather than cliffhangery. But yeah, I guess doing it in a cliffhanger manner wouldn't really work super well because that's a novel, and well, I don't have to wait next week. Other than that, about a week or so ago, I sorted my books into the piles of books that I have into books that I have mostly read or partly read and have not finished for one reason or another. And this was at the top of the stack. It is Kingfisher by, I apologize to the author for any butchering of pronunciation, Ildiko Szabo. That's S-Z-A-B-O. And this is a wonderful, wonderful nature book because it goes through the sort of zoological description of kingfishers, in addition to going through the impact that kingfishers have had on literature, myth, storytelling, and economics over the course of human history. And that is a wonderful survey of what almost an ethnography of an animal, right? And that's an awesome thing. Szabo, then Ildiko Szabo. Thank you. Evening, Squimmy. But yeah, it's really good. It's also got it's got some great illustrations. Like right here, they're talking about how kingfisher feathers were. Well, they're not here to tell me otherwise, so I'm going on the best information. So, alternate information is maybe another place to start rather than instinct. And when instinct is knowingly uninformed, alternate information based off what somebody else heard is a little bit better. That's how the ancients wrote their histories, and it's good for them. It's good for me. No, use data. But yeah, no, one of the things they're talking about here is how kingfisher feathers were used as part of sort of upper class dress and decor, and they've got like a little picture here of what that looks like. And let's see, intricate hairpins denote status and adulthood, and this has and that's got little kingfisherlets there on the side, and just a lot of beautiful historical illustrations showing how people saw kingfishers over the years, and even like weird. That fella, apparently that's a kingfisher, a very well-fed kingfisher. And in the process of that, while I was looking at, I lost my bookmark. Well, rip. I guess I'll never find it again. Oh, there we go. They found a poet who had something written about kingfishers, and I was like, do I have his work? I think I do have that work. So then I went and looked for it. Mountain Home is an anthology of Chinese recluse poetry. The Wilderness Poetry of Ancient China, translated by David Hinton, Evening Space Hamlet. David Hinton is very dear to my heart as a translator. He does excellent work, and I have many of his books. He's got Lao Tzu, he's got the Tao Te Ching. Li Po, his translations of Li Po are really good, and this is a wonderful little anthology. I did not, in fact, have the poet in question, but I was going back through, and where is it? I think it's like page 50 something. There's this poem here that starts out as snark, and it's pretty good as snark, but then ends on a dynamite couplet. It's like, sent to Chow, the palace reviser. So this is a recluse writing to somebody who supposedly he knows. Maybe this is just random hate mail, but sending it to somebody in the palace. And again, this is like a rustic recluse. Oh no! You do not do anything Windows 10. You polish words in rue-scented libraries, and I live in bamboo leaf gardens. A recluse, wandering every day the same winding path home to rest in the quiet, no noise anywhere. A bird soaring the heights can choose a tree, but the hedge soon tangles impetuous goats. It's just really good, just digging it in. And this is the thing that turns it around. Today, things seen becoming thoughts felt. This is where you start forgetting the words. So it's really great. It's like, it's like the sense impression, the wisdom of sense impacts the brain and becomes the concept rather than having a language intermediary between having language mediate between sense impression and thought. And it's really good. It circles back around to that opening line of you polish words in rue-scented libraries. So, and the irony, of course, is that it is a poem, and the poem is words, but in many of these Chinese recluse and political poetries, there is a respect for language, a recognition of language as the medium through which it's transmitted, and also a notion of the poem existing as something beyond the language. So, Hinton's Tao Te Ching is fantastic. And I recommend all of David Hinton's stuff. But one of the things that, again, this is like a translator's choice that's very smart on this is I've got this circled here. I put this on my Twitter if you care to see the whole poem. Is that right there, that every day, where he's got a recluse wandering every day the same winding path. And it's like you could phrase that in a way that's a little more kind of like plain speech, less ornate, less artifice. Like a recluse every day wandering the same winding path, or even more, a recluse wandering the same winding path every day, which is kind of like a daily speech thing. And I think that's great for certain kinds of poetries, but not all, and this is where it does not belong, because having that a recluse wandering every day the same winding path really puts it right there in a place where you notice it, so you understand that this is the life that he lives. That's good! So, on that note, Resident Evil Village. Let's see, what's our volume at? That is doable. And let me get off the glare. Yeah, speaking of the Tao Te Ching, speaking of Tao Te Ching and the incompleteness of language as a message, I've got these these empty blocks here, these uncarved blocks that I need to get those kanji characters on for increased study. That'll be a good thing to return to maybe in the next few weeks here. Good. That's very good. Anything that I can do to point toward that dude's sales, I'm glad to. I had the pleasure of a brief correspondence with him, and he very generously gave me signed copies of his books, which made me very happy. So, let's see. Wow, have I not played this since... Well, I guess not. Guess I've been doing other things with my day. So 4:39. What are we looking at here? 4:38. All right, here we go. So when wolves last in the dooryard bloomed, meaning when we last played this game, I saw wolves wandering around the village in between where I start and where I need to go, and there are more big dogs than I certainly one more big dog than I have the ammunition to tackle, but definitely more big dogs than I have the current strategies to make it pass. So that's what we're about today, at least at the start. Yeah, do it. And Lao Tzu's water imagery, very compelling. And when I think of water imagery, it is the place I always go to as a reference point for all other water imagery. Evening, Iceman Dan. It's good to see you. So let's see here. All right. Birdgate. Oh, this isn't. You know what? I'm actually going to save my game again because I'm going to die many times, I'm sure. I don't want to do that over and over again. Wait, which way? There we go. Alright, so we'll play through the cutscene again just for reference. So, to kind of briefly describe what my goal is here, there's the windmill in the distance. I need to get to Moreau's boss fight. That's the direction I need to go in, and I got to go through the village in this way. You might notice all this gross goopy stuff on the ground, which is Moreau's signature. I am not sure why, story-wise, it has appeared here in the interim between the last time I was through here when I was doing the big Lupin, what's the word they use? I'm going to call him Wolves, the big Wolves fight as I was approaching. And I'm guessing maybe with the death of 2 of the 4 lords, Moreau feels a little bit better about encroaching on the village territory and claiming it. That's the story I have in my head. It, design-wise, also lets you know which way to go. So that's all useful. The singular of wolves is vulva. That's a fine vulva. That's great if you don't. I remember from last time, if you don't react, he will. You'll actually take damage from that swipe. So. What is handgun ammo? And you know, what if I run this way? I don't think I've ever done this before. Lichens, thank you. That's it. Where you at, big fella? Lichens, aka Wolves, aka Dogtime. So there's my dude number 1, there's my dude number 2, and my gut is telling me there might be a 3rd one around here, and I'm not sure how much to trust that. But also in the spirit of not rewatching the same cutscene a million times, this might also change the patterns of the wolves, of the sort of like mega lichens. So who knows? We're gonna play with it. I'm not going to save over that in case that cutscene puts me in a position. You know how sometimes if you start an encounter and then you fail, and then when you restart it, the game has different positions for the enemies you're encountering when you respawn? That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking about taking advantage of. So, that actually serves to solve the question, how would a dog wear pants? That dog's wearing pants. Let's see. Finding unity. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Stop up the openings. Close down the doors. Rub off the sharp edges. Unravel all confusion. Harmonize the light. Give up contention. This is called finding the unity of life. When love and hatred cannot affect you, profit and loss cannot touch you, praise and blame cannot ruffle you, you are honored by all the world. That's really interesting. Whenever I read something like that, well, Lao Tzu in particular, I feel this toward, is I have many ways of reframing, rephrasing, and sort of alternately describing, basically how you would describe a poem rather than simply reading it. And part of me feels that that reflex is at odds with the intention behind the poem and what it's trying to do. That said, let's see. Okay, it looks like if I run through the gate and then come back here, the dog respawns. There's two of them. One's in through there. There's both of them. One in through there. That's really interesting. And now they're gone. But yeah, the poem calls to mind several things all rolled into one. One, which is a very wise, I think, assessment of poise and its value. It actually relates to playing a hard video game, as a matter of fact, is to be able to maintain that sort of poise where you do not hate failure, but and also simultaneously do not fetishize it, as some who like really, really hard games are wont to do. But to sort of just accept it as information, accept frustration and emotion as information rather than a call to action in itself. And in addition to that, a kind of valuing of Socratic wisdom. So if I run away. Okay, you know what? That puts them in the same location, which could actually make this much more doable for me. Because then I'm not, they're not like figure eighting all over the place. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, I sort of valuing a Socratic wisdom and ignorance. You know, the wise man knows that he knows nothing, and also a kind of stoicism in there. Yeah, love not affecting you. That is the main criticism that I've heard folks direct toward Taoism, is that there seems to be a passionlessness which might not be realistically achievable and also be compatible with the living of a full life. And I don't know how much that is true. Personally, I don't think I've ever managed to my life has not fully encapsulated the premises, the tenets of Taoism, so I think that only by experiencing that would I have a real authoritative way of saying. But you know, the avoidance of extremes, I think, is certainly a wisdom that that all major creeds will encourage. Ooh, that's neat. Let's see. Nice. Let's see. Can I... Let's hide display HUD. There we go. A monster more fearsome than any of us have ever known. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do that one more time. Like, it's like that right there is turning that like hyperlycan into a more Dark Souls enemy as it overlaps those animations. That's kind of neat. Did not reset. What are you guys doing? I got to hang out with a very large dog today. That was a fine dog. A dog that, when it laid down, took up the space of one full-sized human, I would say. Huh, they did not reset this time. This is interesting. I love a large dog too. Yeah, one thing about Lao Tzu and his work that I really dig is for all of the seriousness of the topics that he's apprehending, there is a playfulness to it that I find that things done in a spirit of playfulness elude and evade some of the more destructive, caustic kinds of criticism, because there's an untouchability to playfulness that that one can harness, and I think wisely so. Any dogs in here? Well, this is useful. I actually think this is one of the reasons why Derrida and many of the, well, Derrida specifically, post-structuralists, not all post-structuralists achieve this, but Derrida emphasized and put a premium on playfulness, and that right there, I think, helped him to dodge or not have to account for many of the some of the heat that was directed his way. Man knew how to dance. So there's... Can you get me here? You can, in fact, get me there. Dog fell down. Yeah! Oh, weird. It's, does not look like it has a special animation for this doorway as it does for the others, and is just treating me as Ethan existing in the open environment. I probably don't want to stick with this save, or this attempt, because I didn't pick up the grenade launcher. Let's see. I just want to get one more double-faced dog. There we go, this might be it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it's weird and unsettling. Cool. Yeah, no, the fact that they made this just insane makes me very happy. Much respect. Can you get me in here? Okay, they do have a special animation for there. That's interesting. If they stay at an entrance where they have a special animation long enough, then they skedaddle and run away. So, like, watch this guy. Oh, I have a special animation. I'm clawing in. Oh, gosh, I can't get you. Well, I'm done. And then they run away. And that might be something really useful to exploit. Because I was nowhere near where I am. So if I can once more get these fellas in the same place at the same time, have them run away to the same starting point, or restarting point, then maybe I can have a clear path just to run down. Oh, Great Danes are gigantic, gigantic animals. And yes, they are very sweet. Oh, hey, I just saw you pop in there. Got to see a big dog load up. Yeah, a great thing about this difficulty is that on other difficulties, I would absolutely feel like I was missing part of the experience by you know, poking at the game design and obviously playing it wrong outside of the atmosphere to make progress. But in this one, that's more or less what's called on to do, and that makes me happy. So I enjoy that. I enjoy thinking about games like that. So now that I have this grenade launcher, I'm going to actually write over that. Maybe I'll stagger another save just to decrease the busy work on reload that I'm doing. Ark, I hear you. It has been miserable today. And will get increasingly so as time goes on. I could see dog load in, or did you start over here? So, part of a solution might be... Oh, nope. If I can shoot this guy, get him to run over here. Woo! Dog number one, dog number two. Whoop! Ah, shucks. I got one of them to go. Oh, he sees me. So I can't go that fast. Or does he see me? What are the temperatures like there, Ark? Next question I have is, how close can I get to them before I set off their spider senses? Just gonna leave that guy. Oh, that's how close. I think Ethan's gonna die. Oh, yep, Ethan's gonna die. Wait, what? That's also really interesting. So maybe if I retreat to the entrance, maybe that was what caused them to run away. And that's interesting. Evening, Frigid Mirth. It's been a while. How are you? Yes, this is one game where you can pet the dogs. But should you? Okay. Yes, like many dogs, they do not like fireworks. Okay, do our dogs start over here? Yes, he did. I'm really curious to see where they go when they run away. Like, let's get you over here. There's this guy. Did not synchronize them. There we go. Wonder if maybe I need to shoot them both rather than... Oh, okay, I see. One of them responded to my gunshot, the other one responded to the noise? Alright. I think I need to get them both going down one of the paths besides the main one. Okay. You give up. You give up. Oh! So... I guess there's not like a specific place they all go to. What? That worked. All right. I'll take it. Screwing around wins the day. Or thunderstorms. Yes. Yes, that's right. Time for me to do the thing that I don't like to do, but game-wise is the only thing for it. Sorry, piggos. Ethan needs delicacies. Nope. Have you ever seen a pig's teeth? This is like one of the last animals I would ever want to anger. Yes. What does my health look like? Oh, cool. I'm basically uninjured. Yeah, this is just excruciating. I know I need to be saving these bullets for Moreau, but really don't want to do this with a knife. God, even the pigs in this village are tough as nails. Evening, Seth. Yeah, of course I know you. How you doing? Well, thank you. It's great to hear from you. Yeah, I remember you. You were the first person who ever showed me Smash Brothers. Back in, like, 1999, I think. So yeah, it's great to hear from you. Luke mentioned that you were stopping by clandestinely. Alright, Space Hamlet, thank you so much for coming by. It's great to see you as always. If you want to drop back in, be going for probably about another hour 15, hour 30, something like that. But yeah, have a great night. Well, I mean, the wild pig, let's be honest, it's the one you never expect. That's the one that's going for you. This gives me major Baker family basement entrance vibes. Looks like a solid rope. That looks like a solid 10 feet of rope that you would have at the beginning of any kind of D&D campaign, and just kind of wonder what kind of creative use you're going to come up with for it. That's what I think about that. I can only imagine the socket wrench you need to screw that in. Yes, Mirth. I have played it on normal. I played it on hardcore, and this is my first and only playthrough of this game on. I mean, only to date. Once I get the rocket pistol, I'm absolutely going to be playing through and using that for the catharsis. But yeah, this is the only time I play this on Village of Shadows. Sorry, Ark. I promise. There's no more pig attacks. There are some fish. There are some fish that I'm gonna have to rumble with. So, and non-combatant fish, sadly. That's as the hunting goes. Oh, I see. Okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't the pigs that drove you off. Have a great night. I hope you sleep well, and I hope the heat treats you better. Oh, I love this. This is a great moment. Like, what's about to happen?
I'll just be taking this.
What are you doing with Mother's
Yeah, but you're right, Mirth.
She's not hers.
Oh, you have something to say?
What do you mean, mother's special child?
Mother wants her baby back.
Don't screw with me.
Wait, please. If you take it, then the others will laugh at me.
Yes, idiot plot territory indeed.
Better than them.
What do I care?
It's interesting. Look at his coat. It's stitched together from other coats.
What's so funny?
You're stupid. You talk too much. It's all over. I plugged the way in.
What do you...
This is my territory. And I won't let you leave.
Shit.
It's an instance where,
Damn freak.
you know, I respect Ethan's, as many heroes do make the choice to not attack somebody who is not a combatant. The noble violence from a hero comes from self-defense primarily, rather than preemptive assault. But this is an instance where if he had just maybe like shot him there, there's a whole whole slog ahead of him that that he might be able to avoid. First time I played through this, I thought these things were going to be much more deadly in like a kind of like a Ethan gets squished kind of way, but no, in fact. Yes.
How do I get out of here?
But no. No, one cannot simply take one's dismembered, calcified child and leave. That's not sporting. Yeah, an Akira type situation, that's right. That part gave me nightmares. Actually made me think, am I old enough to watch this? Woof. So now I'm on the lookout for alternate enemy placement. And I would really, really like to take whatever items are in this area, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Running in and out seems like the way to go. So on normal difficulty, this situation, there's 1 or 2 lichens out here to kill, then you grab the key, and then an armored lichen shows up and a few others, and you can kind of deal with that. I don't know what they're going to throw at me here. I'm expecting like 5 armored lichens, and I don't know, maybe like another one of those giant werewolf dogs, or giant... the things I just snuck past. Who knows? Yeah, we're going to find out. Oh, neat. I never noticed there's a... That's a nice touch. That sort of like open sky crevice. And then there's a tree growing right beneath it. I'm fully expecting there to be something around this corner. Feel that if I can announce my expectations, then the likelihood of being caught by surprise becomes less. Alright. Break a barrel, dog don't care. Can I sneak around here? Oh, I can. Means there's stuff over here I can get. This is good. I have had Swimmy's caution in mind from speedrunners doing Village of Shadows, that a large part of their strategy involves saving ammo for Moreau. And I am wondering now if maybe I should... I don't think those pigs go anywhere if you just complete Moreau's level without that. So maybe I should have saved those bullets. Who knows? Oh boy. Gone fishing. What's around here? Okay. Seeing big fella there. Seeing Chompitude over there. What are we looking at? Is he looking in my direction? He is looking in my direction. So when I run out there, he's going to see me. And I think there's somebody over there. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for Knives McCoy there to do one more loop. And then I'm going to run for the exit and hope that, as before, they're taking their time to howl and announce their eyeballing me will give me enough time to run to the ladder and escape. So let's see if that works out. Oh my god. Yeah. Now I'm thinking Village of Shadows style. No, I thought so too. I guess I was out of earshot. Yeah, it's making me feel kind of accomplished. Let's see. I think there's only, like, there's only, oh yeah, definitely want to use that. A word for written communication. Note! There's only a note in this house that I'm going to run past. So I'm going to run past some of these lichens here and just start the boat straight off, which I really do like. The this is very clever and funny in the way that I've come to expect Resident Evil to be funny with RE7. Is the backstory that you find out for this boat is its previous owner was out fishing one day and then got gobbled up by Moreau. So this is, you know, a nice ironic little tag there, which I like. It's kind of neat to see. It's kind of a house key more than a boat key. All right, here we go. Ha! These dogs don't like water. I wonder if they're still there if I turn around. That's interesting. Ethan still has his, he still had his danger encounter breathing. But now no more. I'm curious to see what happens if I disembark. Yep, they're still there. Yeah, I think there's some lay in that barrel, but I'll have the opportunity to come back by here and grab some treasure after I'm done with Moreau, so I'm not going to worry too much about that.
What was that?
It occurs to me now that Moreau's overcoat might not be necessarily stitched from many different coats, but might actually just be the same coat, having been torn a million different ways from every time he, you know, uncontrollably transforms from stooped humanoid form into a giant fish monster. Kind of a Hulk on a budget scenario. Although maybe it's not even a matter of being on a budget, because you're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, they do have, I'm sure, local crafts folk. I at least want to look you in the eyes before I make you my dinner. Wait. No, wait, come back. That was a moment. You've ruined it. Now you're going to turn this into slapstick comedy. I wanted you to die with grace. This is the real horror of this difficulty, is the game just makes killing these things brutal. Emotionally. Alright. I got some pretty good fish out of that. Got poultry. And yeah, let's rearrange this. This is unconscionably messy. Let's put you there. I want this grenade launcher on the bottom row. I like how they've updated the RE4 inventory system. One thing from RE4 that I wish they had kept is the ability to when you have something selected and you're putting it on top of something else, it just doesn't let you do anything. With RE4, it would automatically take you to the item that you are putting it on top of and let you move that then in turn, and that felt very smooth. Oh, did I mean to sell my Lemmy? I don't know. Well. In any case, I have, you know, Ethan's got the option for the scenario of somebody going in a madcap heist, emptying one gun, throwing it away, defending with the other. Very John Wick. Oh, where am I going? There we go. Alright. Can I see Chris from over here? I'm actually curious what I can see from this vantage point. Anything interesting? So I know Chris kind of comes from this direction. And this is a lot of structure that gets destroyed in the cutscene. It's the kind of thing that I always... Whoop, there we go, we started it. I kind of want to see the character that's going to be in the cutscene, kind of idling.
Research post or something? What the fuck are they doing here? Get off of me!
Stay the fuck down!
Ethan! I gotta say, I'm surprised you made it this far.
There he is, that's why we didn't see him.
It'd be a shame if something happened to you now.
Sure, Chris.
Chris just still scrolling through Instagram looking at pictures of cats. When you deal with that many biohazard horrors, you just need something cute on your phone.
Some serious motion readings out here. We should move on.
What kind of readings? What's moving?
Unknown, but my guess is we've been here too long, and Miranda knows it.
Hey, did you say Miranda? How are you involved?
Leave it alone, Ethan. You are out of your depth. What about the sample analysis?
It's definitely related to the mold.
See, when you get to be a high enough rank in
Stay out of our business, Ethan.
What biz? God, watch out!
these biohazard cores, you don't have to wear a uniform anymore. You just get to wear a nice pea coat. Something I liked about the way that cutscene opens is so Ethan steps in and gets kind of snagged from behind by the Chris's umbrella operative, but the guy who grabs him clearly thinks of him as just a civilian.
Shit! Stay back!
And doesn't expect Ethan to also know how to get out of a hold. But then once he takes Ethan seriously, oh gross! This is very, very Bloodborne-like enemy. But then once he takes Ethan seriously, he, becomes more forceful. And I think that's really good characterization of how Ethan has changed since RE7 and now. Oh, weird! You see the little legs in the back.
I sent you to slow me down. You're pathetic. What are you talking about?
Ugh.
The fuck is wrong?
That would be so gross in VR. Endonuts, good to see you. How are you? Yes, I agree. Heisenberg later on has a great line, like, oh wait, oh, gotta put down the water because I'm being attacked by the water. Okay, where he's like talking about Chris, like that boulder punching asshole. This is great because this game knows like what Chris has become in the mythos and just kind of leans into it. Chris, weirdly enough, a human being who does not need any kind of biohazard augmentation just to be this ridiculous buff monster.
What am I supposed to do?
Yes, you do. It's good to see you. That's two folks who I have not heard from in a while showing up in the same stream. Moreau's Clinic. Ethan is a bad listener. Then again, I mean, I think that if you get kidnapped and then everybody's dead and you're on the side of the road and you're the only survivor from what is clearly a massive van attack, I think it can be a little, you can sympathize with the person for kind of having like a DIY approach to to that scenario. Oh, good. Because of a recent, because of a
He said the
a
exit's
friend
underwater.
who I have met since the last time we spoke, I now know what that means. I gotta say, I love this. I would actually, if Capcom took this art and made a print of it, I would probably buy that and have it framed somewhere because this is just lovely. This is good stuff. Even if maybe the windmills are copy-paste, I don't care. Oh, nifty. We'll ask her about that.
Shall I choose something for you? I'm buying this because of our relationship.
Come on, Duke. No one else is out here.
Please do take a look at my new stock.
Therefore, astrology is real, in fact. Let's see. What can we make? I did invest in a meal that I can now complete.
I can hardly wait.
Health
Just excuse
greatly
me a
increases permanently.
Here it is. Please, join me.
I like Chris's ambivalence on Ethan's competence kind of comes through in the fact that, I mean, ultimately, yeah, of course he does trust him enough to rely on him when he has like no other options. But the fact that he's just berating Ethan for being involved and not treating him like an actual survivor or civilian, and just slamming him in a locker and saying, "Okay, wait here till we handle this because we're professionals." He actually does give Ethan a little bit of, even if it's just squirming room, agency that circumstances always wind up, giving Ethan a little more room for agency. But yeah, he doesn't ever like completely close on Ethan, which implies a degree of trust, maybe in his abilities, maybe in their relationship, to the extent that Chris does have soft skills, which is not what he's known for. But
I wouldn't mind having that again.
Duke is a man who knows what he wants. So this yeah, I think I'm going to go for the health increases rather than the defense right off the bat.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. And but yeah, I actually know very little about astrology.
I procured some new items for you, Mr. Winters.
I remember from some of my literary studies in medieval writing and that sort of thing, I know a little about ancient astrology as it relates to metallurgy and alchemy in particular, and sort of like esoteric tinctures and whatnot, but I don't think I ever really understood those, and just kind of engaged them on the premise that I would not be accountable for explaining them to anybody. So I'm going to encounter the Duke at least one more time before I have to fight Moreau, so I'm going to hold on to my money.
pay me no mind. It's sure to be a good meal.
Yes, the depths of modern astrology are unknown to me. Yeah, there's no reason not to just stagger all these saves. As long as I don't save over my one many times replaying file. A lot of, oh, hey, I can finish a meal. Like, it's always nice when someone's happy to see you, but just as long as they're not happy to see you the way I'm happy to see these chickens. Wait, where did you go? Corporal Clux? There we go. Your retirement is nigh. Every chicken has a rank. It's a little known chicken fact that they don't tell you.
As you wish.
Alright, Duke. Let's chow down.
I can hardly wait. Just excuse me a moment.
Shift underlying reality. It's possible.
Apologies for the wait. Here's your share.
I feel like...
Not a bad dish.
Oh, wow. That's
Food is life.
oddly middling praise coming from the Duke for his own cooking. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, when you have a baby, every day is a shift in reality. Alright, windmill. We're about to have a reckoning. And that is, I reckon I gotta fix you. Well, my wife did, specifically. But, yeah, I'm a dad now.
Seriously?
And I've got a great kid. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, life is majorly different, but in a lot of really great ways. All right. Time to finish what Moreau didn't, by which I mean finish breaking this place apart. This. So my understanding of the story here is that this section of the village was given to Moreau to experiment on. So many of the lichens that we see around the area also came from Moreau's experiments, and presumably they all lived here. So once the villagers were depopulated, Moreau had the area flooded so that his new fish form could frolic and cavort as he pleased. And is there something else? Oh yeah, just as a fun literary nod, as I do like that they did name him Moreau. That's a nice thing that I have. If you've read like The Island of Dr. Moreau, it's about experimenting on people to make them genetically combined with animals. It's an H.G. Wells story, and that's the sort of thing when you see a reference or a nod to it, makes you feel good. Like, oh, somebody read the same books I did. Now, I am super curious how this area is going to be different this time through, because similar to House Beneviento, I already know the solution here, but also like House Beneviento, I expect there to be some sort of twist that that's gonna throw me off my game. Animals with many butts. I mean, I think that's a consequence of it, but I don't know if that's what it's about. But I mean, I guess it's up to each person to determine what the relevant science is. So who am I to shut down that reading? No one, that's who. Okay. So maybe it's here. Looks like all the gates are in the same place as before. Oh, this is so gross. This made me squirm.
Stinks.
Like, having to watch Ethan's hand undergo things that none of us want to have to do is quality horror work. Oh, okay. I didn't watch a whole lot of South Park back when it was current, and nor did I watch much of it when it was established. So, unfortunately, I missed out on that. Maybe these things have a shorter window? Alright, Magnum ammo. Skedaddle. Okay. That worked. Where's my guy? There he is. This is... Okay, so... This is one of the funniest things. I laughed so hard when I played this the first time through. That's just like celebratory, free willy lurch and belly flop. And tooting his own horn the whole while. It's like, yes, Moreau, because of that line you are. I can only imagine that that must have been a lot of fun in the VO booth. Yeah. Even though I feel like the fact that this game does not seem like it had VR in mind like RE7 did, and that gives them more freedom to be a lot more detailed with some environments and also do things with Ethan's movement that would feel probably pretty awful in VR. Nonetheless, some of the scares of, like, especially things lurching into your face in first person do feel like they are derived from lessons about how to get a scare out of somebody in VR. So it's interesting. This is it would be interesting to think of this game as design who is a post-VR game design. Very tasteful stuff. I love Ethan's satisfaction when he delivers this line.
Caught myself a big one.
Yes, sir, you did. And good on you for it.
Need to get out of here.
What? There we go. How long it takes? Yeah, there we go. So, here... No, I'm not fighting Moreau yet. That's good. So, I'm very much hoping I get one more time to stop by the Duke before I have to do that, and I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, the Moreau fight. It's interesting setting that back to back with the Beneviento section. They're both kind of puzzle levels, and but Moreau has a much more sort of straightforward action boss fight at the end of it. Excuse me. And I feel like a lot of the strength of the Moreau section comes down to the boss fight, which, I mean, I enjoyed. I liked it. That's what I hear. Swimmy mentioned that a lot of the success of this fight comes down to saving up ammo for it. But we'll find out. And this might be another Lady Dimitrescu boss fight scenario on this stream where I flounder with it, pun unintended, with the fish and the thing. Flounder being a type of fish, is that I kind of struggle with it for a little bit, don't succeed on stream, figure out the way to do it, and then succeed on my first attempt offline. See that right there? That feels like a very VR kind of scare. Yeah. The Beneviento section was actually, it had one last fright for me, which I was very glad to find out. It had one last fright for me on Village of Shadows, even when I thought I had the whole thing mapped out and I knew what to do in my head, and it got me good.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. What? Is this? There we go. How do you even get this truck here? Every time I see this, I know this is meant to indicate that the wire's live and the puzzle is solved, but I see that and I think, oh god, it's going to short out soon, even though Ethan has infinite time in which to deal with this. Let's see. I love the Duke. Okay. So, blue, that one's in good shape. That's good. There we go. Yeah, that's why I was wondering if the Moreau level had some innovation to it, like House Beneviento did, but it sounds like it's going to be primarily in the boss fight that. And don't come back. Ethan lives here now. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything I could sell?
Oh, good. I was just thinking of ways to pass the time.
I want to say this is after this boss fight. I kept trying to say moth fight, but that's not the word I mean. This boss fight is about 3/5 through, halfway 3/5. Evening Mexican Stings. Good to see you. Yes. Were you here? Were you here when that happened? I think you were. Because I called it out, and I love it. When animal body, poultry. Okay, good. Yeah.
I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
I like that. And we'll do them. My commissions are open. Okay. So here's how I'm gonna play this. I don't know if I need to buy more ammo from him.
For your patronage. Shall I choose something for you?
But I do believe this will prove valuable. And give me 1 second before I jump into that. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back in a couple. And Donuts, I don't know if you've been around the stream a whole lot, but I've got a very large animal that shows up once per stream. And if you haven't met him, you're going to get two. So I will be right back. Oh. nuts. I'm sorry. I was going to show you a large majesty-based creature, but now I'm going to have to show you an alternate squirm-based creature, which is slightly less majestic, but I don't know. She is what a cherub is to a god, scale and kind of personality-wise. Yep. Yep. The secret to holding this cat is like a cartoon ladder, where one rung just kind of magically shows up and head of the other, on top of the other. So you have it like this, and then she squirms, and you put her like that, and you put your arm like this. So it's just a perpetual motion of giving her something to climb, and that is how you have her tolerate your presence. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's see how long that lasts. As anybody who is a stream regular knows, the answer to that is not very long at all. I think it just ended. Panda is nowhere to be found, sadly. So okay, we have 3 landmines.
Thank you for your patronage.
Which I believe is going to be very useful. So, sniper rifle, you say? Let's.
Well then, feel free to peruse.
Yeah, no,
Securing goods is more important than anything. Anything, my friend.
The first several times I played this and I looked at his character design, I thought like that it was like an extra undershirt or something, but as I've played this game much more, I've come to understand that that is in fact 100% paunch. So that's the Duke's shop, the Duke's rules.
Please come again.
All right, so we're just going to keep staggering these things. There we go. Yeah, he has a very large belly button, which lends some interesting suggestions to at least visual imagery to the where he's saying, "Not even I know what I am," which makes you wonder, how did you come to exist? I really do hope that whatever RE8 DLC they release, I have 2 wishes for it. One, that we see the return of Joe Baker, and that we get to punch our way through this village, and that they come up with some just as absurd pretext for Joe getting involved in this entire mess as they did for so much of his story in the End of Zoe DLC. Second wise, I hope that we see more of the Duke. Let's see some of the Duke's background here. Yeah, Duke DLC, Peer of the Realm. Okay. So, just to take quick stock, pun also intended but accepted, of my guns. I will use... Alright, so just to get the big damage out of the way first, I'm going to use a landmine to trip him up. I'm going to throw a lot of grenades at him, and then I'm going to switch to the sniper rifle, and then I will switch to the shotgun, and then down to the handguns, just to kind of defeat him as quickly as possible. It took me a little while to realize that the reticle on this doesn't indicate that you're going to be placing it where it looks, but you're just going to be dropping it on the ground where you stand. Gander at the skybox? Why, sure. Is there anything in particular you were curious about? Because we can definitely give that its moment. Yeah, skyboxes in this game are lovely. Oh, man. Just gotta figure, where do you get a tire around here? It is a good box. I agree. Alright, back to this. Oh wait, did that blow up my mine also? That blew up my mine too. Okay, I don't want that to happen that way. I don't want to waste that resource. A great strategy. Lay down a landmine and then shoot it with a grenade. Makes it extra destructy. Oh wow, the ammo and that's automatically generated, and instead of I got an explosive round the last time.
I guess I gotta do this.
Okay. Whoa! Ethan, no! Oh man, you can't cancel your way out of those out of Ethan's suffering animations. What? Oh no. Oh wow, does he not stagger like he used to? Or maybe he doesn't stagger when he does a particular kind of movement. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. No. I gotta tell you, there is no USB port that takes cat. Come on. Right. I mean, I gotta tell you, she's trying. She's tried for like a year now, and we haven't found one. So, granted, you never know. I mean, in the absence of positive, I'm sorry. It hasn't been positively confirmed, but that also means that it hasn't been positively denied. Therefore, you're right. But I'm gonna say we've run out of research budget. Just kidding, there's still cat food. Oh, what happened? Where did I... Oh, there he is. That's what happened. So that does stagger him. I guess it was just that swimming animation. Oh. So he is exposed after he does a big vomit attack. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Let's, yeah, so, similar to Swimming's observation that the secret to beating Lady Dimitrescu is don't miss, I think part of the secret to beating Moreau is don't get hit. Both high-quality pieces of advice. But I paid for them, so by God, I'm going to use them.
I guess I gotta do this.
Come on, Stumpy. Oh, poor Moreau. He's like the Charlie Brown of the Four Lords. Alright, so something else I'm seeing is that once you stagger him, he pretty much attacks every time he comes out. So that's useful to note. No, actually he didn't attack that time, so that hypothesis is wrong. Oh. Oh no, I am cornered. What? Oh, okay, good. He is quite spongy, that is true. Alright, so I got into Red Eye stage, which is positive. Yeah, I remember somebody pointing out that one of his concept art pieces is him watching, just like eating a tub of ice cream and watching like old romance, black and white romance films, and he is definitely the most human. Oh, you can? I did not know that. Whoop. That's not doing what I want it to. I always assumed that the shots on his outer body are like basically pea shooter damage. Even though he does have giant red eyes on the outside, which my video game brain is telling me means, you know, notable damage. Just damage worth respecting. And Stray. Oh, man. kind of like the mines for giving me an opportunity to get a clear shot on him. Ethan, stop! Stop! Oh no! That's it. He just jumped out of his fish husk to slap me. That was all I needed. I had like 1 HP. So weird. That structure almost looks like a mast or a crow's nest. I realize I'm having to sort of override a gamer's instinct that if there is a game with a puzzle boss and I am fighting him, or a puzzle level and I'm fighting its boss for long enough, then I'm doing something wrong.
I guess I gotta do this.
And I don't think that's the case here. I think this is just going to be a long fight. Yeah, Propeller Guy is a fight I'm looking forward to. I have a lot of fun with that one. It's just so ridiculous. In fact, the Heisenberg fight overall carries a lot of what I love about the ridiculousness of Jack's fight from RE7 into RE8. Oh, that's not doing what I want it to do. That's interesting. It seemed to kind of knock him back a little bit. Not enough, clearly. I kind of wonder what would happen if I just threw all my ammo at him and didn't try to be super smart about it and just kind of marauded it up. I mean, definitely with my heavy hitting weapons like the grenades, hit him at the weak point. But beyond that, just plug bullets into him when he's stomping toward me, and then have a way out when he charges up to puke.
I guess I gotta do this.
Let's see, let's put you... grab everything. There we go. Wow, 103 bullets. Whoop! Did not take the damage off me that I thought it would. Ooh. Nope. Oh, there he is. There's one thing I remember from Lady Dimitrescu's fight, which is that my instincts on how long the fight should take did not prepare me for how long the fight actually did take. That was a good 20 minutes, I think, all tallied up. Maybe a tight figure eight is the way to go, because he seems to be the biggest threat when he has a long straight shot at me. So this might be the smarter way to play it. I want to hit him with this. And do, like, nothing. I feel like the M1911's firing rate would definitely be a nice feature right now. Thinking maybe I should have sold this gun and invested the cost in improving that one. Really hope that I am actually hitting him and not whatever object that is. Yep, they're coming down. Yep. Oh wow, he climbed over it. I don't think I remember him doing that before. Where is he at? There he is. Whoa! Oh! Oh no. That's a bad time. Oh no. So things that I would like to buy from the Duke, which I think I'm going to after I die, as I believe I shortly will. One is I'm going to sell the Lemmy and try to increase, kind of buff out the M1911, and then I'm going to buy some more healing items because I think that'll be useful. No. But yeah, sure. Coming down the right side. You are not. Oh, that's neat. You can see the gun model change from the slide lock, from being out of ammo to just snapping, like just not. There's no animation. It just snapped back to the slide in position. I'm dead. Yep. Yeah, the shotgun seems really good for being up close and getting a lot of hits in, but I don't think that's going to be the most useful. I don't think that's going to be the most optimal strategy. I'm going to have the fewest opportunities to do that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, he's a big fella, and he takes up the full alleyway. So, without committing to a save, and it breaks my heart to lose a good 18 bullets. But, I'm not going to do that because I'm about to upgrade. Oh wow, the price goes up on that. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, exactly. Especially on this difficulty, because when he exposes his sort of like upper body, head, arms, torso, and everything, he attacks almost immediately after, or at least semi-predictably does. And so that feels like a risky weapon to rely on. There we go.
I guess I gotta do this.
Stomp Master General. Oh, he's right there. Oh, I'm cornered and dying. I might call this one a wash. Yeah, I don't want to use that soon. Yeah, that it also does more damage per hit, I believe. So, did I? Yes, everything is the same. So what you say makes sense.
I guess I gotta do this.
Yeah, it's oh, nope, that's Ethan's spine. Figuring out if you're doing the smart thing and then committing to it. Seems like out of all of his attacks, the acid spray and certain kinds of impacts, punches really do the most. He's got the large sort of bloater style molded enemies puke attacks, but unlike theirs, I'm going to load up another save so I can get my loadout as I want it without having to completely rearrange that stuff every time. Without having, but when it goes through, it can go through walls as opposed to theirs, which when it would hit an obstacle, even if the graphics appeared to hit you, I don't remember you taking damage. When I hear this title card music, I keep hearing the theme to Last of Us 1, and it seems like it falls just like 2 notes shy of completing the melody. And I feel that sort of kind of a phantom pain feeling of waiting for that to hit, and it never does. Yeah, vomit goes over the quarters. Yeah, you know, games like I think Outlast does this, where it's a first-person game and you have a button. I think Silent Hill: Shattered Memories has this too, where you're running and there's a button that is specific to turning around and looking over your shoulder to see if anything's chasing you. I often don't use those. This is an area where that would be useful, yeah. As opposed to stopping, turning around, and continuing.
Seeking something in particular?
You know, you can sell
I've gotten some new
Heisenberg's
stock.
cigar to the Duke, and the Duke also sells cigars, which makes me wonder if the Duke is buying Heisenberg cigars because they're better quality than the ones that the Duke has. Is a thought that occurs to me.
I suppose you'd call this a farewell to arms.
Interesting. It looks like it gives me the option to upgrade this when I start the fight and then go to the Duke's Emporium, but not before. How about that? So I want to buy... I thought he had a mine in stock. Maybe I already bought them on the save.
Yes, I can see why you'd be interested in
Okay,
that.
yeah, his stock definitely
I'm
changes
skilled at all sorts of
once
weapons
you
modifications.
start the fight.
Hey then.
Alright. I'm only going to use this twice, so I'm going to reset this shortcut there. Shortcut there. Wait, how far back is the save? Oh, right. You get the extended clip right before you fight him. So, okay. Feel good about that. I enjoy how many arms that implies Ethan has when you switch weapons really quickly. Like, it's just... It's got like another pair of like Goro arms there on the side, already holding his other gun. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So, the strategy here is I'm going to run down here and die, and then access the Duke's Emporium, and then use the, use the hot new deals that he's got.
I guess I gotta do this.
Surprisingly resilient. Actually, that reminds me of when I ran out of ammo on Lady Dimitrescu and just kind of shrugged my shoulders and was like, well, I guess I'll try to attack her with my knife. That once I got directly underneath her, she wasn't hitting me, in kind of like a Bloodborne Dark Souls boss kind of way, where that is surprisingly the safest place to be. All right. Increased power would be ideal, but I don't think I have enough, and I don't want to sell other treasures to get this. Okay, we'll try this. All right.
I guess I gotta do this.
No. What? Oh, he did a slidey attack. Where are we? Whoop! Oh, Jesus. Brutal. Guy's resilient. I have one more of those left.
This one.
Oh, that was a whiff. Oh boy. The aching sound effect that he makes when he's walking around with that gorged craw. Vicariously painful. I hear it and I can feel it. I know that sound. Oh wait, I've got more in that now. Whoop! Oh my god. These guys are a vomit. Oh! Heal, 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 heal. Oh man, that was a lot of whiffs. I'm actually now thinking that I don't know if I have access to the ingredients necessary yet, but there is a meal that the Duke can cook that will increase your movement speed permanently, and that seems like that would be a great asset here. comes Mr. Bad Friday Night. I love that. Go, go, go! Oh! Oh boy. What are you doing back there? What else do I have? Oh, I got one more of these left. And that's the end of that. Ooh. Wow, he's keeping pace pretty well. Never thought I'd be this impatient for somebody to disgorge something. Here I am. Okay, so after this, I've got 2 shotgun shells and that's it. Do I have any more healing items? No. But I've got 1 more I can use, so that's good. Oh! I didn't realize he could cover that kind of ground that quickly. Oh wow, he's right there. Oh wow. I think this might be it for this run. Until Ethan can get his speed back. Alright, there we go. I feel like I might be trading patience for skill. And skill being hitting him when he is exposed outside of his, you know, fish form. And it taking quite a bit more patience to wait for that to happen. Oh, he's right there. Go! Okay, good. Yeah, that concerns me because I've got just like a ton of ammo here. And, man, that is a slog for sure. Let's see, what am I at? 10:30? I should probably call it a night here. I am gonna do a little practice and research on this, figure out how I can do this, kind of like I did with Dimitrescu, and we'll come back on, Tuesday night is still taken up by something else, so I'm going to be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and hopefully we will be able to clear this guy out within the first hour, but who knows? So, yeah, Swimmy, thank you. I would love to see what you find out, so please pass those along if you find them. And Andonuts, it's great seeing you tonight. I hope you come out again. Again, like I typically do Tuesdays and Saturday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. This next week is going to be Wednesday as kind of one-off. But yeah, y'all have a great night and have a great weekend. Actually, Andonuts, you owe it to yourself to come back because next time there will be a giant panda bear cat who you unfortunately were not able to meet tonight, but maybe in the future. So, thanks, Swimmy. I'll take a look at that. Everybody have a great night.